Hi everybody, welcome to the Meta Report. I'm Baz the Bard and I've been joined this week by Scott Mines. How are you doing, Scott?
I'm alright, thank you, Baz. How are you?
Yeah, well, had a bit of a crazy week. My youngest 10th birthday, so that was pretty good. My mum's in hospital, so it's all
Right.
go. And my wife's got salmonella poisoning, so yeah.
Don't do things by halves, do you?
No, it's crazy. It's crazy in the Baz the Bard household. It's like, oh my god. So
I can't stay over here if it's all the same to you.
Yeah, indeed. But we're doing better now. First thing, happy birthday. It's going to be for Tuesday, so that's when this video is released. So happy birthday, dude.
Yeah,
why not?
Appreciate it, thank you.
So everybody DM Scott, wish him happy birthday.
Oh god.
Okay. Where can people find you on Twitter so they can do it?
If you want to find me anywhere, you can find me as Howling Minds just about on every social media platform known to man. So
nice, brilliant. So like and subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon, and you can get 10% discount from Flesh and Blood products from By the Same Token and Thistle Tavern. Okay, so let's crack on. Bit of a bonus. Okay, so this is Gemini Games in Huddersfield. This is their first ever skirmish. So they're in a really nice position. They've got Leeds, they've got Sheffield, they've got like the melting pot of the north. It's a fantastic place to be. So this is their first one. Not a massive turnout. So we've literally just got the top four. Okay, so in fourth is Ben Davison on Teklavosson, Mike Williams in third, Alex Davison on Database in second place, and well done, Christopher Knight. So this is now going to be the regular haunt for Mike and Jake the Baker. Warburton. Nice. So this is their shop. Okay, so get down to Huddersfield. There's a new location you can play, Gemini Games. Okay.
Yeah, Gemini are great. I know the guys who own the place. They've been in the business for a very, very long time. They'll look after you. So
yeah, they used to be the guys who run IQ Games, apparently.
That's correct. Yeah.
See, I fleeced Mike for some information. So it's like I knew it. So watch out for Gemini in the future. Okay, so it is all blitz this week. So no sealed, all gas. Okay, right. Okay,
all gas. Okay, all right.
First place we're going is Monday night was Mystic Games. Okay. So 3 Kasai. Kasai was still alive. Her announcement hadn't been made, so she was alive until essentially Friday. So there are some events that have got Kasai and Kano. Okay, so 9 players. Nice Prism come out to play. Why you would play Prism at the moment, I don't know. Because you like it, I suppose.
I love me a good bit of Prism. It's the only format where she feels like she's all right.
Old Prism, yeah. Top 4. Okie Edward Catling on Rhinar. Eugene C on Rhinar. Ryan Brommel must be doing something right. Got into the top 4 with Prism. And Nathan Hills, and he's won a ProQuest Season 3, Skirmish Season 7, and UK top 4 Nats, and a 21st place in Worlds with his Decimator Dory. So you can check that deck tech out if you haven't done it already. Okay, so this is our top 4. These are Mystic regulars, apart from Eugene. And we have Nathan Hills versus Eugene in the final. So Reiner versus Katsu.
Katsu.
Kasai. Cheers, dude.
You're good. Got you.
The 2 big dogs, really.
Yeah, certainly 2 of the bigger decks of the format. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't shock me too much. I'd have been surprised to see the Prism making it through 2 Rhinars. I think only a 4 would bet against Nathan on Warrior, so I can't bring myself to not guess that he took this down.
Okay. Unfortunately, Eugene on Rhinar. So he takes it down. Doesn't matter about armor. Doesn't matter how much armor you got when Rhinar goes off.
I guess not.
So
he does do his thing. Yeah.
Explosive turns, blood rush bellow, loads of intimidate. Yeah, can get through armor, get through those blocks. Well done, Eugene. You normally see him a lot in Bad Moon and Darksphere. Plays a lot in down in London, but he also goes to Singapore as well.
Nice. Okay.
Righty, so we are off to Living Realms. This happened Tuesday. So Kasai is still around. Kano is still around. 22 players on a Tuesday night. Oh my God, it's a school night. What is going on? 5 Kasai. So the Armour's in town. Bravo, Briar, Dash. So these are all the big ones that people were saying were, near to the Living Legend, marker. Apart from Ira, there's only one Ira taken.
Makes sense.
A Riptide.
Good mix of stuff.
Yeah.
I love to see me a Riptide. I'd love to see me a Volder as well.
Yeah.
All the curveball choices coming out. Certainly, plenty of one-offs to root for here.
Yeah. Why take Volder over Bravo? It's literally just Earthlore bounty build, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think I know this Volder player if it's Harrison, which I think it is. He's played the deck for a very long time, from what I understand, really enjoys it. And whenever you ask him why he plays it instead of Bravo, he can't give you a straight answer. So I'm not sure I've got one for you either, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Okie dokie. Right, okay, so let's get on to the top 4. Top 4 are Rob Catton on Kano. Rob Catton, Skirmish 6 winner, 2 Skirmish 7 winners, a ProQuest 4, and World's Top 8 in 2022. Isaac Fogg, he's won a Skirmish. Yeah, he's not too shabby, is he?
He's all right, I'm told. Yeah.
Isaac Fogg, he won a Skirmish 7. Jude Fisher, he's got into some finals on Dory, and Mike Williams won the ProQuest in Patriot Games last month. Okay, so that's our top 4. So good top 4 that.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, so Kano versus Kasai, Wizard versus Warrior, Armour versus Arcane Damage.
Yeah, the whole reason to not play Kasai was because you were weak into Wizard, and I imagine if you're weak into Wizard, you're probably also weak into Rob Catton. So I gotta root for Rob on this one.
Indeed, it doesn't matter how swashbuckling Mike Williams is, because Rob Catton takes it down. Well done, Rob. So yeah, fine victory there, Rob, sending Kano on his way. I spoke to Rob afterwards and just went, really good. What are you going to do now? And he went, I'm playing EH Gaming on Friday. And he's like, I have no idea what to take. So we'll see what Rob took later on in the show.
Looking forward to it.
Righty. Okay, so we are at EH Gaming in York. There we go. We spoke about EH Gaming. Another 22 players.
Love it.
This is the thing. The north of England, oh my God, the turnout up north has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Miles better than anywhere else in the country. Bar 1. 6 Rhinar. This is the land of the brute. 3 Briar. So Kasai and Kano are no longer viable. So that's why we don't see those. Ira, only one of those. And the Emperor has come out to play now.
Makes sense with no Kano around. Same with Dorinthia and no Kasai around. It feels like the pretty natural switch for a lot of people who are looking for a new hero to go to. They're both very similar to their predecessors. Yeah,
a lot of people were saying Reiner, Briar, Dash, Ira, Emperor. That's like the ones they were saying. I heard Dory Quicksilver mentioned, and that's why we're seeing Dory Quicksilver. We haven't seen her at all.
Time for it to make a debut. It's good to see.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so top 4. Rob Catton. Oh my God, he made it into the top 4. This time with Briar. So, Skirmish 6 winner, 2 Skirmish 7 winners, a Skirmish 8 winner, a ProQuest 4, and a top 8 at Wells 2022. And a lot more before I started taking note. Tom Ward, local lad on Briar, used to play X-Wing when me and my brother were doing X-Wing stuff. And Tom was a top player for X-Wing with his family. His dad and his brother played too. Damon Harbinson on Azuri and Adam Collins on Rhinar. And the final was Briar versus Rhinar.
Oh, okay. That's a tough one. I know of Tom quite significantly. Actually, he's been quite kind about my work in the past, so I might have a bit of a personal bias here.
Okay.
I do also admittedly think Briar is it should just be in the conversation with all these other decks for the best deck in Blitz. I just think it's really good. It's I played at Worlds last year. I think it's fantastic. And any excuse to root against the brute, I probably have to take. So I'm going to go with Tom.
Tom. Will Tom take it? Tom does take it. Well done, Tom. Local lad mate. Taking down his local skirmish. Fantastic result. Well done.
Love to see it.
Ross was very happy that Tom won. So, nice one. Well done, Tom. Right. Okay. So, Nerd Shack Wigan. So, we're staying up north. Only 9 players for this one. We have moved on. Kasai, Kano, not available. But here we have Dash. Everybody was saying Dash could live in legend this week. And Dash is the most popular one taken in Wigan. Yeah. And Volder's back again. So
yeah, it's that pesky Harrison on Volder again.
It is that pesky Harrison on Volder again. So Liam Holden on Briar. Liam won his first ever event in ProQuest 4. Well done, Liam. Harrison Shaw. He was UK Nats top 8. Harrison with Katsu. Lewis Cooperthwaite on Reinar and George Jones. Archer extraordinaire. Some people call him the Demon Archer, apparently, or they do.
Yeah, the old Demon Ranger. So I've been reliably informed.
Yeah, there we go, Demon Ranger. So that's our top 4. George Jones won an RTN in 2023.
He did. He beat me in the finals of it. It was great.
Oh, nice to see your name up here one time, mate.
I don't get to play skirmishes, mate. That's not how these things work, sadly. But
so the final, Volder versus the Demon Ranger, George Jones. Harrison Shaw versus George Jones.
I love both of these players to bits. They're both very close friends of mine. But you stick a Ranger in front of a Guardian, and it's a pretty uphill battle. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really matter which Ranger or which Guardian it is. It's an awful lot of brick wall to get through. So got to go with Harrison on this one.
Okie dokie. It was Harrison. The first ever time I've put Volder as a winner. I had to make all the discs and everything. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Oh yeah, cheers Harrison. You've done all this extra work I've got to do. Yeah.
Well done, mate. Well done. Really good victory. Right, okay. So just playing Liverpool, staying up north. We've gone from basically West Coast to East Coast to West Coast. Emperor's come out to play, Quicksilver Prodigy, Briar, and a Vincent.
Yeah, I love seeing this. Not a single 2 off in this room. Everyone is playing the hero they enjoy or things. Yeah, love it. Absolutely quality.
Even though people have been saying, there is like 4 main decks after Kasai and Kano have gone. We'll see this a lot. It's just like the whole spread of heroes are being taken pretty much every event. It's really, really good.
I love it. Fantastic.
Okay, so we have Liam Holden on Briar. He's back on Briar. George Bowles. So Liam Holden obviously won a ProQuest 4. George Bowles on Quicksilver Prodigy. So that's nice to see old Dory Quicksilver getting into a top 4. Emil Walsh on Ira. And George Jones, who won an RTN in 2023. He's back. The Demon Ranger is back for another game.
There again.
Yeah. But who will it be? Okay, the final, Liam Holden on Briar versus Emil Walsh on Ira. So another 2 big dogs of the new meta going at it.
Yeah, it certainly is. Sadly, this one there's no suspense for me because Mr. Jones and Mr. Holden are both my teammates. So I was made very quickly aware that he'd managed to win himself a skirmish. So I do know that Liam took this one down.
He did indeed. See? He wins one, and now he's winning more. He's just like, just the floodgates are opened, and let's keep them open.
He's always been good. He just needs to have some confidence in himself.
Yeah, it's because he spent so much time playing Oldham. That's what it was.
Yeah, he's got to learn how to play a real hero now. That's right. I said it.
Righty, we're off to Bad Moon. We're down in London. Okay, 14 players, so quite a good turnout for Skirmish for London. They beat Darksphere. It's only 13 players for Darksphere, so one more for a local rivalry. 3 Reiner. See, look, Dory Quicksilver again.
Love it. Yeah, people just picking her up in the face of Kasai leaving. They're very similar decks in the way they play, so very cool to see people kind of having a deck to go to.
Mm-hmm. Data Dull.
Love it.
Yeah, whether or not they're playing there was a 13-3 Data Dull at Worlds.
Yes, yeah.
Whether or not that's that deck. Fantastic to see Data Dull coming out to play. And KO would have been Mr. Steve Charlick himself. It's a casual one, so he's not TOing, so he can join in.
Makes a lot of sense.
Indeed. Okay, so this is the top 4 though. Liam Hartles always plays Briar. I've never known him not to play Briar. Mark Morley on Arachne Solitary Confinement. Cecil Ember Phoenix on Katsu. He's a level 2 judge now. And David Dyson. It's good to see David back in tournaments playing Rhinar. That is our top 4.
Very nice.
Okie dokie. Arachne versus Rhinar. Mark Morley versus David Dyson.
Oh, now it's hard to root against the big dog here, and I know Dyson quite well, of course.
He's old guard, mate. You should know.
Of course he is. Of course he is. He's been around the block for a while, as old David. But there's no chance in hell I can't root for an Arachne to take down a Skirmish. I love the hero, so I'm crossing my fingers and hoping you're telling me there was an upset.
What, that Arachne won?
That would be great.
It's no upset today, mate. David.
Oh, rubbish.
Smashes Arachne aside.
Rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, if Arachne gets some good pulls, like if he gets a contract and sees a Blood Rush Bellow, he's just like, yeah, we're going full steam ahead to try and get this bad boy. But David Dyson wins it. A Brute should really win Bad Moon because they've got Steve down there who's their head Brute player. So
very much their stomping ground. Yeah.
Well done, David, for that win. Fantastic.
Next time for the Assassins, I'll keep my fingers crossed for that.
Yeah, you might be holding out for Arachne, mate. Righty, so off to Cheltenham, Incon Gaming, so over the west side of the UK. There we go. Usual suspects. Dash is back. Briar, Ira, Dory, Emperor, and a few outliers. So no real surprises like the data dull we saw earlier. 11 players is pretty good though. And this is the top 4. Alice Angel on Dory. Adam Sarrington on Bravo. Daniel Baxendale, who's warrior through and through, normally plays Bolton, on Dory. And Lewis Folks, who is the brother of Matt, is on Ira. Alice is on a Great Axe build. And Daniel is on a Dawnblade build.
Very nice.
Yeah, indeed. So mixing it up with a Dory play. And this is the final. So, Adam Sarrington, who's probably Matthew Sarrington's brother, who won last week on Kano. I'm assuming that's the same surname. That's all I've got. Versus...
everyone's related if you try hard enough.
All right, brother.
How you doing, brother?
Versus Lewis Folks on Ira. So, Bravo versus Ira.
Now, everything tells me that Bravo should come out on top here, but I'm told that Pro Tour winning prowess runs in the family. So I think Lewis took this one down.
He did take this one down. Well done, Lewis. Really good. He's gone to quite a few events now. So he's getting his licks in. I saw him at ProQuest at Manascrew when he came with Matt. He went to Worlds, and now
I had the pleasure of meeting him there and sending him the decklist registration via email because apparently he didn't have it. So that was my first interaction with Lewis. It was lovely to meet you at Worlds, mate.
Right, so you're on to your winning ways. Well done. Okay, back up north. There we go. Fanboy 3, Manchester. You probably know about this one as well. So,
I might do. It's the closest game store to me, and I'm very sad I wasn't able to be there. But yeah.
So 2 Briar, so big dogs are coming out. 2 Prisms, nice to see old school Prism there. A Yoji and an Emperor.
Yes, that would be Liam Holden. After he's done winning with Briar, thought he'd play his old fatigue ways again. Now that he hasn't got to worry about tryharding so much.
Indeed. So we've got the Demon Ranger there again. I would have thought. Okay,
he does get around.
It does. So Rob Catton. Oh, he's won quite a few. Skirmish 6, 2 Skirmish 7s, a ProQuest 4, Skirmish 8, top 8 at Worlds 2022. Liam Canning.
He's all right, so I'm told.
Yeah, Liam Canning. Emperor. He won an RTN in 2023 and a Skirmish 8. 7, that must be. Sorry, I've written that's a misprint. Liam Holden, who's won a ProQuest and won a Skirmish the day before. And Matthew, I can never say his surname. It's like Huel. I always say Wewell.
Huel is correct. Yeah,
Huel. There we go. Right. Okay.
You'll get about 7 different pronunciations from him and other people, so I'm sure he'll be fine with it.
So he's won 2 Skirmish 7s. So he always plays Prism as well. He is stuck with Prism through and through. So
or Dromai and CC. He's very much an illusionist aficionado.
Oh, yeah, nice. So we shall see. So Yoji protected the Emperor and they both snuffed it. And we've got Rob Catton on Briar versus Matthew Huell on Prism.
Oh, well, we all saw how Prism went out and how this matchup used to go in Classic Constructed. I got no reason to believe it's any different in Blitz. The Rune Blade should be eating the Illusionist alive.
It does. So, well done, Rob. 2 Skirmish 8s for you. Well done.
Pretty good.
1 week to go. Rising Phoenix Games in Middlesbrough's there. So we might see Rob again. Maybe he's on the hunt for a full play set of shiny Teklo cores.
Yeah, I hear there's a number of people that want to win the treble. That's meant to be important to some people.
Yeah, why not? It's bling bragging rights, isn't it? That's what it is.
Oh, of course it is.
You got to fuel your tournament somehow. He's got Los Angeles to get to and Pro Tour.
He does, and I hear that's a pretty pricey one.
So Skyward Fire Games, Lowestoft, 14 players, so a good turnout for Lowestoft. It's right on the East Coast, and they streamed it on Twitch. So basically, you can go and check that out. It's all one word, Skyward Fire Games on Twitch, and you can watch that. 2 Levi come out to play here, but the rest, a Benji. A Benji. It's the first time I've seen Benji so far, so Benji's come out to play. It was quite good picking his name because it said the Piercing Wind, and I went, oh yeah, he's got a little surname as well.
He has a suffix.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. That's why you write for Channel Fireball, mate, and I don't.
I have an editor like everybody else, mate. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so nice turnout there. We have Steve Thompson. He won a Skirmish 7 with Chain with a Ringate deck. Raymond Rouse won a Skirmish 6. He's on Bravo. Daniel Scupham won an RTN 2023 in a Skirmish 6, and he generally plays Brute. He's won all of his events on Rhino. And Callum Dorling on Dash. So it's nice to see a Dash make it into it, as everyone was saying that she could live in Legend this week. I think it's the first time. Yeah, it's the first time this week we've seen her in a top 4 anyway.
Yeah, it's been struggling to show up for sure.
Yeah, it's how fast can the pounder go?
Certainly is. Yeah.
I played Mike at our armory last week, and I took a pounder Dash. I got up to 25 damage in a turn. That was quite nice.
Not half bad, that.
Yeah. But it's amazing how that managed to win me the game. It was brilliant.
Let me some.
Okay, but this turns out like this. Bravo versus Levia. Raymond Rouse versus Daniel Scupham. 2 powerhouses of the East Anglian meta.
Well, I have no insider info on this one, but I think if you're playing Brute and your surname is Rouse, you're probably very good at Brute, because Rouse the Ancients is a bit of a hint. So I'm gonna go.
He's playing Guardian.
With
no, he's not playing Brute.
That's totally what I meant to say, and not what I said. We're 1 for 1 on that so far. That's
yeah, nice. Ding.
Rouse in Guardian. Surname is Rouse. That's got to be a hint. I'm going for Raymond.
Cool, brilliant. You're right, mate. There we go. If your name sounds like a card, you're going to win. Fantastic.
Play that class. It's the trick.
I am now Baz, Art of War.
Ninja's right up your street, mate. There you go.
Indeed. All right. Okay. So well done, Raymond. Well done. Righty, board in the city in Southampton. This was supposed to be on week 1, so this was supposed to be on the week of Worlds. Obviously, it got postponed. It got put onto this week. And Darren, I didn't even know it was happening, but Darren Stokes very kindly let me know. So thank you, Darren. 3 Dash, 2 Dory. I love seeing Dories come out. A Dromai for once. The Emperor, he's pretty much been here every time. As soon as Kasai and Kano have gone, there's an Emperor, pretty much.
I tell you what, those players who play Stormstriders, which I'm definitely not one of, they've got a brand to stick to. And if you take away one of their heroes, they got to go with the only one that's allowed to register those pretty shoes. So you're going to be seeing plenty of Emperor in the future, I think.
Yeah, but you get people playing double, don't you? Double royal with royal crown, and it's just like, please let there be no Arachnes here.
Eventually, I'm going to get someone eventually. It's not happened yet. But...
Indeed. Righty. So that's Southampton, 16 players, so good turnout for South Coast. Yeah. Theo Mags on Rhinar, Skirmish 6 winner. Bruno Cacao, I've got no information on him, on Emperor. Jacob Clements, RTN 2023, ProQuest 4, Skirmish 7, Battle Hardened Leeds, ProQuest finalist. So his record's not too shabby.
All right.
Francesco Giorgio has 7 tier 3 top 8s. So
He certainly does.
Yeah, and he likes playing. He likes playing Rhinar in Blitz because
he plays a sweet Rhinar deck too. I think he made the top 8 of a Battle and there was 7 Chain and 1 Rhinar, and he was playing this Berserk combo Rhinar deck, and I was enamored.
Yeah, that
absolutely
was
enamored.
UK Nationals. He played that.
It was yeah.
He's like the lone brute in amongst a load of shadows, just going, "What are you doing?"
7 Chain, yeah, that's probably fine. Don't worry about it. Francesco there with a dream, and sadly that dream ended in the quarterfinal, but we don't talk about that part.
Yeah, but he did well. Did well to get there.
He did. He certainly did.
Another top 8. See, another top 8.
Right, can't stop him.
So, Brute versus Illusionist. Theo Mags versus Jacob Clements.
Now that is a tough one. I'm very familiar with Jacob. He's a very good player, but I don't think I can bet on an Illusionist into Rhinar. Surely that's the matchup you're supposed to struggle with. So I got to put my money on the Brute here. I think I'm going with Theo.
Theo. Oh, there we go. Theo wins it. Well done, Theo. It threw me off because my transition wasn't the right one. But yeah, well done, Theo. Fantastic win, especially against Jacob, because he is a flipping good player.
Certainly is.
Unfortunately, he got DQ'd from the draft bit of Worlds because
he certainly did.
Yeah, it's no fault of his own. But yeah, he needs a fidget toy, is what he needs. And we shall help him get through the next one.
Either that, or he needs to stop forcing Teklavos, and so he has to focus. One or the other.
Yeah. Righty, so Mox in the hole. What can we say about Mox? Mox, 33 players. Oh my God.
They are putting on a show.
Yeah, Jamie and his team up in Edinburgh, flipping heck. You are the heart and soul of Scotland, Flesh and Blood. Unbelievable turnout. He's put in some really good prizes. This time round, he had the Calling Birmingham playmat, so the Archangel of Rebirth was up for grabs. He had Sagrada Familia, one of those was up for grabs. So the amount of additional prizing that Jamie and his team are putting on is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've seen some posts about the skull caps going up in prizes as well. And to give you an idea of how good these prizes are, the lads down here in the north of England are like trying to find a way to travel up to Edinburgh to play a skirmish, which just isn't going to happen otherwise. So absolutely fair play to the lads at Mox in the Hole. Yeah. I bought some very expensive cardboard from them at Worlds, so they must be very good at what they do. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been talked into it, would I?
Mm-hmm.
So
really,
great
good.
Guys.
I've never bumped into Jamie. When he was at, when they were at UK Nats, I went, "Is Jamie here?" They went, "No." Okay. When I was at Worlds, I went, "Is Jamie here?" They went, "No." I was like, "All right." So one day I'll meet you, Jamie.
Eventually, we'll figure it out.
So it's really good. So got the most attendees ProQuest 4, got the most attendees for Skirmish 7. So fantastic, absolutely fantastic. When I said about the North having a really good turnout for events, oh my God. Scotland, you have taken that biscuit.
Absolutely crushing it.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. 9 Rhinar, Jesus, 9 Rhinar. It is
as
wild.
I said when it came out to me, someone told me there was 9 Rhinar, and I was like, yes, 9R, of course, that makes perfect sense.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's like, oh my God,
it's an absurd amount. That's more than some skirmishes. It's crazy.
Yeah, indeed. So 3 Emperors come out to play. 1 Arachne. The normal Arachne, not even a solitary confinement. You don't normally see just the Arachne. I've got no suffix. There we go. It is, but there is a solitary confinement there as well. So
love seeing all the Outsiders heroes coming out to party in this one.
I hope those guys had a fought each other in the Swiss. That would be really good. An Arachne
fight.
Yeah. Have you practiced the kind of mirror, because that doesn't really come up very often?
No, I have to imagine it takes a fair while.
Indeed. Righty. Okay, but let's see who made it into the top 4. Okay, so the top 4 is complete locals. Okay,
I love it.
It is awesome. All the locals turn up and they make it into the top 4. Well done. Gustavo C with Riptide. Tim Dasukovic with Riptide. Tim won a Skirmish 7 event. Jin Yong Yang on Rhinar, and Daniel Winning on Ira. Now, Daniel won a ProQuest 4 with Katsu, so he's pretty damn good with a ninja.
It sounds like it.
But let's see who made it into the final. Tim versus Jin.
I've been lied to. I was going to go with the surname game again here, but we're no longer winning apparently. So that's not an option. Unfortunately, or fortunately, maybe word got around about this old skirmish real fast because everyone loves to see Riptide succeeding, and not only was there 2 in the top 4, but it also won this whole event.
It did. Well done, Tim. A fantastic win. We shall confirm that. There we go. Fantastic win with Riptide. Whatever deck you've got with your Riptide, flipping heck, you know how to play it. I did post, is this a fatiguey trap deck? And Jin replied saying, not really. There's very little traps in it. So it's just like, wow, okay.
Tim, if you're watching this, by all means reach out. I'd love to know a little bit more about it. Maybe we can write about it.
There we go. Tim, get your deck up on Channel Fireball, maybe. All right.
Depends how much you're interested in clout, or if you'd rather keep it a secret.
Yeah. How does he contact you, Scott? Just so he knows.
Come find me at Howling Minds on Twitter. That'd be the best place to come and find me.
There we go. Righty. So I've got another Baz bonus.
Ooh.
Okay. Baz bonus time. Dizzy Tank contacted me. He was just like, I've got something for you. I was like, all right. Okay. What you got? I have got a Spanish one.
Okay.
Dizzy Tank's trying to become a judge, or is a judge, and he's trying really hard in Barcelona to get his name around. And he was at El Tesoro del Dragon Blanco, which is probably 3 eyes white dragon, I would have thought, just by looking at the picture.
You know what? English game store names suck. I'm sorry, guys. We've got to up our ante. The Spaniards are doing it right.
Yeah, indeed. A little bit different, but not much. You know what I mean? But Ira's kind of like, okay, Ira, Prism and Rhinar. I mean, we don't see multiples of Ira coming out in the UK, but kind of like we are getting a spread of the others. So we're not too dissimilar, really.
A very, very similar looking room. Nice to see a Phi turning up for this one. Not one we've seen too much of so far, but yeah, basically a sprinkle of a lot of what we've seen around the rest of Europe, which is, I guess, good to see.
Yeah, 17 players as well. So better than some of our UK ones, that's for sure. Right, but let's see who made it into the final. Top 4, I should say. Josep Gine, I think. Moses Garcia, Albert Serrano, so he's hamming it up on Rhinar, and Bruno Anetta on Ira. Sorry, I had to do that.
No, that's a solid 10 out of 10 from me. That's a good pun right there.
Righty, so that's our top 4. Like I said, I don't know these players. It's just nice to see, what's going on in another country. And okay, so Briar versus Riptide.
You know what? I agree with you. I love to see some stuff from other countries here. I want to say Riptide so bad. I want there to have been 2 over the course of this week, but I just think Briar is incredible. I don't think I can vote against it, so I'm going to go for Joseph on Briar here.
You're right. There we go. So Riptide can win in Scotland, but he can't win in Barcelona. Well done, Joseph. Fantastic win. Hopefully, with that, we've sealed the deal on Briar, and she's off to the lofty halls of living legend.
I don't know about that, but
she's won quite a lot. Her and Rhino, so Briar and Rhinar have won the most in the UK so far.
Makes sense, yeah. I think Briar's just another one of those decks that was kind of being held down by the existence of Chain. I think while Chain was legal, it was kind of just the superior Runeblade. Carrion Husk is a hell of a card after all. But I think in the absence of Chain, Briar gets to play. Rosetta Thorn is still around, and that's a very, very good weapon. Yeah,
I forgot about that because when Mike, he was playing Vincent and he had Rosetta Thorn, I looked down and went, hasn't that weapon gone?
Oh no. Not in this one.
Yeah, he went, no, he blitzed. So I was like, oh, God. Right,
of course not,
yeah. Righty, so let's get on to the meta maps, and we shall start with Spain. There we go, right on Barcelona. So that's where everybody was at the beginning of the month. So well done, Gisette, with Briar. Okay, so we are going to Northern Ireland. Ireland, I should say. There is no change. Their event is on the 10th, their last event, and it's a Blitz event.
Okay.
So I think they've played quite a lot of Sealed, really.
I mean, I'm just happy to see all three heroes showing up in sealed over in Ireland. They know how to pie.
Yeah, I had to correct Lorenzo's one. I had him down as Technovossen, and I was wrong, so I made a boo-boo last week.
Mistake.
I actually double-checked everything this week, so I had time. So there we go. Highlander Games, Riptide, with Tim Tasukovic winning that one. Well done, fella.
There you go. Nothing like making Scotland look a little bit darker.
Yeah, I'm not doing any jokes there. So north of England, I said it earlier, didn't I? Gone from like east to west, right across the north of the country, just cut through with some games. We need someone in Scunthorpe and Hull to really get that line of fab right across the UK. It's fantastic to see.
It would be pretty great, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm running out of space for people, for putting the stores and the names. So I'm just like, okay, that's not a bad thing. It's just something I've got to deal with and work out where I'm going to put everything. So well done, everybody who's won. And we see, look, Breyer taking it. And there's a lone Harrison Shaw with Volder holding them all back. He's like holding them between his arms.
Yeah, I'm really hopeful we're going to get ourselves an adult Volder in heavy hitters. I think she'd be a great little fit.
Yeah.
And if she does, watch out for Harrison, I guess.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, I was talking like with the Mana Screw guys, and then last week I was just like, if they've done Kasai, it's just like it could be Volder and it could be KO. And it's just like, that would be really cool.
As much as I want an adult Volder, don't give me an adult KO. I don't need that in my life.
I don't think they'd do that. I don't think his ability would be the same. That would be, crazy. But yeah, it would be nice to see the younger heroes come of age in all in a new set. It'd be fantastic. All right, okay. So Midlands, not many events. Obviously, Mana Screw, we haven't had ours yet. It was supposed to be last week. It's got postponed.
Sure.
So, but yeah, not many events really in the Midlands. Nottingham is having theirs this week as well. So compared to the rest of the country, there's not a lot going on, which is a shame.
No, it's a real shame.
Yeah. So down south, here you can see there's quite a lot going on. Ira's 2 Teklevossens. Teklevossen has won the most, I think, for sealeds, which is no surprise, which is kind of like what he did in the pre-release, and it's literally just fatiguing out, I would have thought. It's just a bit of practice is what's needed. Kasai winning down south. Kano is the last time we're going to see them for Skirmish in these guises anyway. Obviously, we get a new Kasai when Heavy Hitters comes out.
I look forward to seeing what weapons she's going to use, because she can't use her sabres anymore.
Oh, was that gone as well, was it?
It's her signature weapon. So now that she's gone, the Centauri sabres are gone. So I'm curious what new Kasai is going to be swinging at us.
What's Bolton going to do now? He's
back to Raiden, I guess. I don't know.
Combo Bolton is no longer a thing.
Not in Blitz anyway.
Not in Blitz. Yeah, sure. Right. Okay. London. Badman Cafe. Dyson. Well done, David. And Darksphere. Jess Swandale with Kasai. There is one more London to go ahead, which is near Victoria Park area over on the east side. Which is Rule 0. That's this weekend. Nice. Let's see if they can get a bigger turnout to be the biggest store in London. Yeah. Okay. So this is all the dates are done for sealed, bar one. So Mana Screw that was supposed to be on the 26th of November is now on the 7th of December. And Underworld Games have switched their sealed because that didn't go ahead, and they've switched it to Blitz. So if you're in Nottingham or can get to Nottingham for Wednesday, you're on Blitz. So hopefully Church of the D20 guys in Loughborough can get up there. Or, if you fancy playing sealed at Mana Screw, come down and see us. But next weekend for Blitz events, oh my God, a whole host of stuff. Dice and Destiny, I think they'll get a pretty good turnout. Rule 0. Dice and Destiny at Rule 0 are basically fighting for the same kind of player base. That's the only thing there. Rising Phoenix Games should do well. They're having a fantastic turnout in Middlesbrough. The venue down in Plymouth have a pretty good turnout as well. Patriot Games do. Board Game Hut, not so much normally Board Game Hut. So if you think you want to go and steal a Blitz, go Board Game Hut really. Wayland Games, Langdon Games, and the Gathering in Limerick. The Irish are back on Sunday the 10th, so we'll see how they wrap up.
no better way to end a season than an Irish skirmish.
They're looking forward to it as well. They're just like, yeah, finally we get a blitz. And the gathering, they're mainly situated over on the east coast, Dublin, Belfast way, but they do travel down, all on the bus to the gathering.
So I hope it's a great event for them.
Yeah, it should be good. Right, okie. So one thing left to do. Scott, cheers, fella. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome, mate. Happy to be here.
Yeah. No, the thing is, it's just like, all the advice. You're like the digital guru. You're just like, Scott, what do I need to do? You're just like, okay, yeah. And you've given me some really good pointers. I massively appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, mate, my pleasure. And you know what? I'll say it here as well, folks. It's the one thing I'm really kind of proud of the most. If you want to get into content for card games that you care about, or you're passionate about sharing your events or anything like that, reach out, come give me a message. I'm more than happy to pass on some of the advice I've been lucky enough to gain, because if I didn't, what's the point in me having it?
Yeah. And if you can afford him, you can hire him as well. So that's cool.
You can. I like money. Money's good.
Yeah. Well done, mate. Spain, Dizzy Tank, Duran, thank you very much. Maybe we'll see more of the Spanish meta around the Barcelona area, as Duran is going to judge more down there. So from the UK, Rob Andrews, Ryan Brommel, Jake Kitchen from Living Realms, Rob Catton, EH Gaming, Ross. Nice one, Ross. Thank you. Leon Holden, Emil, Defunks. Defunks came 7th in a skirmish with a double Royal Emperor. So
yes. I like Defunks. They altered my Icelander that won me a lot of money, so we get on just fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you need alters, hit up Defunks for alters as well. Matthew, Adam, Liam Canning, the smartest trousers in Fab, Emperor Calps, Bilbo, Darren Stokes, Jamie from Mox in the Hole, Jin, and Mike Williams. Mike Williams, whenever you see Mike, he looks like a musketeer. He shouldn't have Mike as a name. He should have some fancy French name. Like, change your name to...
Musketeers are the other card game I work on. We can't talk about that right now.
No, not those ones. But, but it's good that he plays Warrior as well. It's brilliant. It's fantastic.
It's great. Yeah, absolutely.
And if you want to be part of my Patreon and get 10% discount from Flesh and Blood products from By the Same Token and Thistle Tavern, hit the link and you could be like Andrew Rayner, Bolfor and Mike Kerslake. So without those guys, it's all helpful. Thank you so much. Dude, there's one thing I want you to do.
Of course.
I want you to do your sign-off, please.
Of course I can. Well, thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I have been Howling Minds. You've been amazing. This has been the incredible Baz the Bard. And until next time, we'll see you again very, very soon. Take care of yourself.